Hello, good afternoon. My name is Estela Valdivia, and today I will be discussing the core concept of microaggression. In the article Critical Race Theory, Racial Microaggressions and Campus Racial Climate, the Experiences of African American College Students, microaggression is defined as subtle insults, verbal, nonverbal, and/or visual, directed toward people of color, often automatically or unconsciously. Now, microaggression can also be called a joke. And what people that are saying these jokes don't understand is someone is being offended, someone is getting their feelings hurt, and someone is getting devalued. And often the person that gets offended is looked at as someone that is just being sensitive. When in reality, people should really think about the things that they're saying and how it will make other people feel. Here are some examples of microaggression that I got from the article Critical Race Theory, Race and Gender Microaggressions, and the Experience of Chicana and Chicano Scholars. These are just a few examples that I pulled from the article, but I have my own personal experience. A few months ago at work, I was standing with a group of coworkers, and out of the blue, someone turns to me and says, "Hey, do you know how to warm up a stack of tortillas?" And of course, I chuckled. It was funny at the moment. But I noticed that people turned and looked at each other and kind of like made a face. Like, of course, he asked me because I was Mexican. He could have asked the whole group, does anybody know how to warm up a stack of tortillas at once? But he chose to ask me. I didn't know, so I couldn't help him. Uh, and he was a really nice man, so I know he didn't mean to like hurt my feelings or anything, but he singled me out, and it was an unconscious form of microaggression. Here I have some statistics that was in the back of the book, Savage Equalities by J. Kozol. And here we show spending per pupil in 86 to 87 and 89 to 90. And as you can see, the school that had the lowest amount of money to spend per pupil is New York City. It was less than half of Manhasset that had 11,372. So if a student is already not feeling valued by their peers, by their teachers, and other staff members, they certainly are getting a view of how much they're valued by the amount of money that their school gets per pupil each year. This is very disheartening, especially when we have state standards. State chooses our textbooks, state sets the standards for the teachers that can teach our students, but the amount of spending per pupil per school year is not equal across the board at all. Restorative justice. I pulled this quote from the article Restorative Justice in U.S. Schools, a research review. And it states that teachers who implement restorative justice frequently had better relationships with their students. The students felt respected by their teachers, and teachers generally issued fewer referrals. And I think all this comes down to is caring about your students, whether you're in a school that gets a lot of funding or a school that doesn't. If you're dealing with kids from wealthy families or you're dealing with kids from poor families, it doesn't hurt to have a good relationship with these kids and set them up for success the best that we can. And if restorative justice theories are implemented in schools, then some repair can be done and these kids can be successful and believe in themselves and feel valued. Thank you.